If you're a food blogger and you will always have to share the unique recipe ideas with your audience on Facebook, then this video is for you, because here I'm going to teach you how to generate the recipes with AI and automatically post the same recipes on Facebook. For that, you just need to set an automation in between these applications, and after that, as soon as you're going to add your recipe title here into the spreadsheet, the automation will automatically pick that recipe title, automatically generate the recipe via OpenAI, and after that it will automatically even share the same recipe on Facebook. Yes, you do not have to do anything manually after you have set up an automation in between these applications. Want to learn how you can set this automation for yourself? Come with me and I'll show you the whole process step by step. So this is my spreadsheet, and here I'm going to add the recipe title, just a recipe title, and then I'm going to connect the same spreadsheet with the OpenAI application, which is an amazing AI research and deployment company using which we are going to generate the recipes automatically. And not just the recipes, one can create any kind of content with the OpenAI because it works on the principle of artificial intelligence. And then we are going to connect the same thing with the Facebook, where we would like to share our recipes. Okay, so this is how we are going to connect these applications with the help of Pabbly Connect, which is an amazing integration and automation software, and one can create different kinds of automation by simply connecting different applications. You can also reach here by typing pabbly.com/connect. I will also attach this link into my description box. Now, if you are a new user of Pabbly Connect, you will have to sign up for free, where you will get free tasks, that too every month, in order to test these kinds of amazing automation. I'm already an existing user of Pabbly Connect, so that is why I'm clicking on sign in, clicking on access now, and this is how I have reached out to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Now, after reaching out to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect, the very first thing is you'll have to click on this blue button, that is create workflow, and simply provide a random name to your workflow, to your automation. So I am providing the name as generate recipes with AI and post on Facebook automatically. Now you will have to click on create, and you will find two boxes in front of you. These are actually trigger and action. Okay, let me show you. Trigger means when this happens, action means do this. So whenever this happens, do this. Understand with an example also. Whenever a sale happen in a payment gateway application, let's say send an email via Gmail application, and here according to our use case, whenever we are going to add the recipe title into the Google Sheets application, automatically generate the recipe via OpenAI application, and then share the same recipe on Facebook application. So this is how we need to always select the applications in which we are setting up an automation. And here in this particular automation, we are actually building the connection in between Google Sheets, OpenAI and Facebook. So that is why the first application here will be the Google Sheets, and I want with that whenever the data is updated or a new data is added into a row, this automation should trigger. So that is why I have selected this particular trigger event. Well, it is only a single trigger event here only. Okay, now after selecting these two here, you can see a webhook URL and few set of instruction. Okay, so the idea here is we are going to connect our spreadsheet with Pabbly Connect so that we can capture the data of our spreadsheet in Pabbly Connect, and then we are going to send the same data to further application, and we are going to do that with the help of this webhook URL. Okay, so copy this webhook URL, go back to your spreadsheet, and here you'll have to go to extension, add-on, click on get add-ons, and here exactly we are going to search for the Pabbly Connect webhooks add-on. Alright, so I'm searching for the same Pabbly Connect webhooks or add-on, and you will have to firstly install this particular add-on. Well, it is already installed into my account, so that is why I'm not going to install it. But make sure that whenever you are building the connections for the first time, you will have to install this particular add-on into your account. For now, I'm going to close it, and after you will install this particular add-on, you will again have to click on this extension, and you will find your add-on here, that is Pabbly Connect webhooks. Click on initial setup, and here exactly we are going to paste the same webhook URL which we have received via Pabbly Connect. So I am going to replace the existing one, and in the trigger column, well, the trigger column will be your final data column on which if the data is added, the whole of that row data will be sent to the webhook URL. So what is this trigger column? So if the data is filled up to this particular column, the automation should start trigger, or the data should be sent to the Pabbly Connect. That will be considered as the trigger column, and here in this particular case, I want that as soon as I am going to add the recipe titles here in the A column, after that the automation should trigger. So that is why I have selected the trigger column as A. Now I'll be clicking on this send test, and you will see Pabbly Connect is actually waiting for the webhook response, And after I have selected send test, here you can see the response has been received. Okay, I'll go back to the spreadsheet, and firstly I'm going to submit it, and then I'll close it. And here you can see setup configured successfully. Click on close. Now coming back here, and let us check the details one by one. So yes, I have selected the trigger column as A only. My spreadsheet name was actually daily blog writing sheet only. Here is the spreadsheet ID, the sheet name, the sheet ID, the row index, and the same recipe title which we have added inside our spreadsheet. So the presence of this data clearly shows that the first step of our automation, which is connecting Google Sheets and Pabbly Connect and capturing the data here, is done. Now we are going to send the same data to OpenAI application via which we are going to generate the recipes. Okay, before that, let me tell you very important setting about this particular automation, about this particular spreadsheet. Okay, so if you want this automation to work in the real time, if you want that whenever you are adding the titles, the recipe titles here, these titles should automatically get sent to the Pabbly Connect. For that, you'll have to enable an option that is send on event. I'm repeating this again, that you'll have to enable this particular option in order to execute this automation in real time. And whenever you are working in the Google Sheets along with the Pabbly Connect, make sure you work in the incognito window, or if you are working in the normal window, make sure that you are not logged in into the multiple Gmail accounts, otherwise the authorization error will occur. All right, so coming back to Pabbly Connect and moving further, here I am going to search for the OpenAI application, which I have told you already that it is an AI research and deployment company. And before I'm going to make the connections with Pabbly Connect and OpenAI, basically OpenAI and Pabbly Connect, firstly I'll take you to the website, basically the dashboard of OpenAI, and here I'm going to show you that how it is going to work. So click on API, and firstly you will have to sign up here. I am going to log in because I already have an account. Now after login to the OpenAI dashboard, you will have to go to this playground section, and as the name suggests, we are actually going to play with the content here. You just need to provide the instructions and you will see the magic that how the content will be generated automatically. Let me even show you an example, that write a story on dog, and if I will click on this submit button, you will see the magic. Okay, and here you can see that it has start writing the story automatically. If I'll read the lines, once upon a time there lived a happy pup named Champ. He lived. Okay, it is actually generating the content very rapidly. Even I am not even able to read it. Okay, once upon a time there lived a happy pup named Champ. He lived in a big beautiful home with his loving family. The whole family would go on long walks every morning and night. So this is how you just need to provide the instructions and everything is going to happen automatically. Let me show you another example, that write an article on beauty tips. Okay, so this time I'll show you that how one can generate the articles using OpenAI. Okay, here you can see beauty tips to help you look and feel great. It has even created a title for my blog, and let us read few lines of this particular content. Okay, looking and feeling great can be a challenge in our busy lives. With the right beauty tips, however, you can enhance your natural beauty and enjoy a healthier, more confident look and feel. Okay, here are some tips to get you started. Okay, so this is how you can even generate the articles. Let me even show you another example, that how you can even generate the replies. Okay, so write a reply for the YouTube video comment, and how about I provide the comment as that someone has actually provided this particular comment on my YouTube channel. Okay, nice video. Okay, clicking on submit, and let us wait. Okay, it has automatically generated the content, that thank you for sharing, it was really informative and helpful. I appreciate you taking the time to make this video. Okay, I think there is some issue. Write a reply for the YouTube. All right, the spelling was not correct. I'll have to write it once again. Okay, and how about I provide a hyphen and then I provide the comment. Okay, deleting the existing content and clicking on submit once again. And here you can see thanks, it was fun making it. So this is how, as a creator, it has created an automatic reply for that, and not just for the YouTube. If you want to generate the replies for your Google My Business, then also you can do the same, and you can perform n number of tasks, basically, or artificial intelligence related tasks. And not just that, you can perform various kind of tasks. You can even start generating the coding with the help of this particular section. Okay, so this is the power of OpenAI, and we are going to use this OpenAI in order to generate the recipes. And let me show you few settings of this particular software. So first thing, it is asking for the model. Okay, so these are the various models via which you can perform the operations. I will go with the text, the Vinci 003, because it is the most capable model in the GPT-3 series, and it can perform any task the other GPT-3 models can. And yes, it can perform various kind of tasks, the artificial intelligence, with the help of artificial intelligence. Okay, so I will go with the text of the Vinci 003. If you want to know more about other models, you can read the instructions, or you can even read on the internet. Okay, second thing, it is asking for the temperature. Again, read the instructions. What is this temperature? It controls the randomness. Okay, so lowering results in less random completions. As the temperature approaches to 0, the model will become the deterministic and repetitive. So that means you cannot go with 0 values, otherwise it will start generating the repetitive content. So you will have to provide some kind of value here. So I'll go with the 0.7 only. Moving further, we have the maximum length. Again, read the instructions, the maximum number of tokens to generate. Okay, so request can use up to 2048 or 4000 tokens shared between the prompt and completion. The exact limit varies by model, and one token is roughly equals to the 4 characters for normal English text. So basically, you can define your content length via this particular option, this particular setting. Another thing we have in the list is the stop sequence. Enter the sequence and press tab. So you can define any kind of symbol here as a stop sequence. So how about I use this particular sequence? Now click on add, and this is how you can define your stop sequence. And whenever you are generating the content at the, if you will use this particular stop sequence at the end of your content, the system will understand that here exactly it should stop generating the content. Here exactly our content is actually end. Okay, and I'm sorry for that. Now click on submit, and here you will see it will again generate a reply, and the system has understood that the content has end here only. Okay, let us read a few more settings one by one. Okay, let us discuss them one by one. Another thing we have this is the top P. It controls the diversity via nucleus sampling. Okay, 0.5 means half of all likelihood weighted options are considered. Well, it controls the diversity of the content, and you can even read more about the nucleus sampling. Another thing we have is the frequency penalty. How much to penalize new tokens based on their existing frequency in the text so far? It decreases the model's likelihood to repeat the same line verbatim. Okay, I'll read this particular line once again. Okay, so to repeat the same line verbatim. So if you will provide some kind of value, it will decreases the model's likelihood to repeat the same line verbatim. So that is why it is important to provide some kind of settings here, some kind of value here. We have another thing as the presence penalty. How much to penalize new tokens based on whether they appear in the text so far. It increases the model's likelihood to talk about the new topic. So if you want your automation, your system to start generating unique topics, you will have to provide a value. Otherwise, it will start generating the more repetitive content. And we have best of. It generates the multiple completion server side and displays only the best. Okay, so as per the instruction, if you will provide any value here, it will generate that number of copies of content, and among those content it will provide you the best. Okay, so that is why it has the name as best of. Okay, so this is how you can read the instructions one by one and do the settings as per your choice. Now I'll come back to Pabbly Connect, and then I'm going to connect to my OpenAI application account with the Pabbly Connect. And for the connections, it will ask you for the token which you can get from this particular hyperlink. Okay, so you'll just have to click on a button that is create a new secret key, and after creating this secret key you can save it for the future reference, so that you will not have to regenerate this key again and again whenever you are building the connections. I'll go with the existing connection because I have already generated this particular key. Clicking on save, and you will see how OpenAI account will be connected with Pabbly Connect. Now it is asking to select the AI model. Well, as I have just told you that I go with the text the Vinci 003 model. So coming back here, and I'm going to select the same as text the Vinci 003. Asking for the prompt, so you'll have to read the instructions. Please make sure that you are entering the prompt properly. You can check the supported prompt formats here, okay? You can actually visit this particular link, and let me first show you what is this prompt all about, okay? So whatever the instructions you are adding in this particular box, in this particular playground, if you will click on this view code button, you will find that it is actually a prompt, okay? So you can see whatever I have, whatever the content I have added here is considered as the prompt, okay? So basically you can understand it as a kind of instructions. Coming back to Pabbly Connect, and here I'm going to provide a prompt, and here I will provide the prompt something like write a recipe, or how about I provide something like generate a recipe on, and here I will finally provide the same title which I have copied, which I have actually received via my spreadsheet, and I don't need to manually copy and paste the data here, because in this way this automation is not going to work. I'm going to map it, and mapping is very simple in Pabbly Connect. You just need to click on this particular field, and you will find the above data here in the drop down, and you just need to select that particular title, and this is how you can perform the mapping, and whatever the values you are going to map here will be replaced automatically when this automation is going to work in the real time. So that is why mapping is important here, and this is how the automation is going to take place. Now it is asking to select the maximum tokens, the sampling type, the sampling value, the presence penalty, the frequency penalty. Well, these are the same settings which I have just discussed in front of you, but for now I am going to leave all these fields blank, and you will see that it will automatically take the default value, okay? So I'll be directly clicking on the save and centers button. You will see that how the recipe will be generated automatically, and this is how with the help of OpenAI you can generate the unique recipes. You just need to provide an instruction, a title here, okay? Here you can see the response has been received. Let us check the content, okay? So under this choices 0 text you will find your content, okay? Here you can see it has provided some ingredients, that for the egg recipe you will need 5 boiled eggs, 1 tablespoon of cumin powder, the coriander powder, garam masala, turmeric powder, chili powder, onion, garlic, ginger, and this is how it has created a very nice recipe, okay? But here I would like to recommend you that whatever the recipes you are generating, before you are sharing directly on the social media, firstly you should capture this data somewhere, maybe on your WordPress website, maybe on the Google Docs, okay? You should capture this data, you should collect this data automatically into the Google Docs or maybe on WordPress website. You should first review these these recipes, and then only you should share it on the Facebook, because this is something which we are not doing it manually, we are generating it with the help of artificial intelligence, okay? So it's just a small tip from my side, okay? So the second step of our automation is also done, and let's say you also want to generate the images. You do not want to generate the images manually. That is also possible with the help of OpenAI only. You just need to click on this plus icon and search for the OpenAI, and here in the action event, instead of selecting the generate content, this time we will select this generate image, and then we are going to connect OpenAI once again, and I'll go with the select existing connection only, and you will see how it will be connected, and this is how we are going to generate the image, okay? Again you will have to write the prompt, and this time the prompt will be, you tell us what will be the prompt, okay? So generate an image, this is going to be my prompt. Okay, let me correct the spelling, hyphen, and here exactly again I am going to map the title on which I would like to generate the image. Okay, so I have provided the title, the number of images to be created. Well, I just want to create a single image only, so that is why I have selected, I have added the value as 1, and again it is completely up to you that which particular size of image you would like to generate. How about I generate the smallest image? Okay, so clicking on this button and you will see that how the image will be generated automatically with the help of OpenAI. And here you can see we have actually received the response. Let us check that whether the image has been generated or not. So this is the image URL which I am going to copy and open in a new tab, and here you can see it has generated an image automatically. And again I would like to recommend you that you should always review everything before you share it on the social media or with your people. Okay, so coming back to Pabbly Connect, and the third step of our automation is also done. Now we would like to share the same content on social media. So I'm going to click on this plus icon, and here I'm going to search for the Facebook as the action application. Okay, so here I just want to post on the Facebook pages, so that is why I'll go with the Facebook pages only, and I want that a page post should be created, so that is why I'll go with this particular action event. Now click on connect, and if you are connecting it for the first time, you'll have to click on add a new connection and provide the access of your Facebook account. Well, I have already connected my Facebook account, so how about I used the existing connections only. Clicking on save, and this is how my Facebook page will be connected with the Pabbly Connect. Well, you just need to select the pages. You can see whatever the pages are available into my Facebook account have started visible here, all these pages. And if you would like to, whatever the page on which you would like to post, you just need to select that particular page. So how about I select the page something like the blog review. It was something like that. Okay, so I am going to post the recipes on this particular page, or I can even post it on this tiffin center page. Okay, A to Z tiffin center. Okay, so how about I directly search for the same A to Z tiffin center. All right, here is that page. Well, you do not have to do anything with this particular token. It is simply asking for the message and the link URL. So again, I'm going to provide the message from the OpenAI application step only. Okay, and here exactly we have generated the content, and under this choices zero text we have all the recipe. We have the recipe which I have mapped, and in the link URL, well, here I'm going to map my image URL from this particular step. Okay, so here we have the image URL. All right, now I'll be clicking on this button save and send test request, and you will see that how, okay, I'll have to click on this get started in order to open this particular page. And here I have opened this page, and in this particular page I have the latest image as this particular image which was posted on October 28, 2021. And right now I am going to post this particular image and the content, clicking on save and send test request and waiting for the response, fingers crossed. All right, and here you can see the response has been received. Going back to my Facebook account, and let me refresh this particular page, this particular account, and again fingers are crossed. Let us check whether that particular image has got posted or not. And yes, you can see the content and the image has been posted, but as I have just told you that you should not make your video, you should not make your content live directly on the social media. First you should review it. So if you want this content to review, what you can do is you can add one more step before this Facebook page, and what we are going to do is we are going to draft this particular recipe into the WordPress first, or maybe into the Google Docs. Okay, so let's say we draft it into the Google Docs. So here I will search for the Google Docs, or instead of Google Docs you can even search for the Google Drive, because here we are going to paste the same content into the specific folder. Okay, in the action event I want that it should create a new file in a specific folder. Now I'll be clicking on connect, and then I'm going to connect my Google Drive account with Pabbly Connect. Again I'll use the existing connection only, but you will have to go to the add a new connection and simply provide the access of your Google Drive account. Okay, and here you can see it is connected, and whatever the folders are available into my Google Drive account have started visible here. So I'll have to specify that in which particular folder I would like to add these recipes. Okay, so I have the folder name as all blogs. Let me even open my drive and check for this particular folder that whether something is already present in this particular folder or not. Alright, so here you can see I have the folder name as all blogs. I'm going to open that. And here you can see this particular folder is actually blank. Okay, coming back to Pabbly Connect, I have selected the same folder, and in the file name, well, here I would like to tell you one more thing, that instead of selecting this particular folder from the drop down, you can even map the ID of this particular folder also by enabling this mapping buttons. Okay, so this is how you just need to toggle this particular button, remove this existing ID, and you will have to paste this particular ID. So copy this particular ID and paste here. Okay, so again it is completely up to you whether you would like to select it from the drop down or from the mapping. Okay, and I am going to map this particular ID only, so I have copied it and going to paste the same. All right, so I have pasted the same, and it is asking for the file name, so I would like to provide the file name as the title of my recipe only. So I'm going to map the same from the spreadsheet data only, which I have mapped. It is asking that the file type, so of course I want to generate a document, so I'll be clicking on this button, save and send interest request, going back to my Google Drive, and here I will wait, and here you can see the document, a blank document has been generated. Now after you have created a blank document, here we just want to add our recipe content. Okay, so coming back to Pabbly Connect, and here I am going to add the content. So that is why again before this particular step I am going to click on this plus icon, and here I will select for Google Drive step once again. Okay, Google Drive. Okay, I'll have to correct the spelling, Google Drive, and in the action event, well, I just want to update the content, so I will go with the update content in a specific file. Now I am going to connect to my Google Drive account once again with Pabbly Connect, and here by just doing few more settings, I will be able to add my content into the Google Docs application. Again it is asking to choose the file. Well, again I am going to enable the mapping button. Here I am going to delete the existing video ID, sorry, not the video ID, it is the document ID, and I am going to map the document ID because I have already created a document and I would like to paste the content in this particular document only, and here is the ID of that particular folder. Okay, sorry, that particular document. Asking for the file content, will you tell us that from where exactly we will actually get this content? Okay, so we have generated the content via the OpenAI. So yes, I'm going to map the content from this choices 0 text. Okay, I have done this, clicking on this button, going back to my Google document and waiting, and here you can see the recipe has been added, the content has been added. Okay, this is really amazing. Okay, coming back to Pabbly Connect, and this step is also done. And how about we save the link of this particular document in our spreadsheet as well? Remember, we have created a spreadsheet initially, and I want the link of the very same document in this particular column, basically into this B column. So if you really want to add the link of your document here exactly, you will have to add one more action step here by clicking on this plus icon. Okay, so if you want the link of that document, again you will have to search for the Google Drive, and in the action event you will have to search for the share a file with anyone. Okay, let me search for that, share a file with anyone. Now you'll ask me that why this particular action event. So let me show you that currently it has the access as private to only me. So if I'm going to add the link of the document here, nobody will be able to check this document if they do not have the access. So that is why I'll have to add the link which is having the access as view, anyone can view. And one more thing, that I do not have received the document link in the above two steps. So that is why also I am adding this particular action step so that I can actually get the document link. Okay, and I can get the document link via this particular action event only. Okay, so clicking on connect, going with the existing connection, clicking on save, and it will ask me again the document to select. So I'll go with the same. So it is asking for the file ID. Again, enable this particular option. Here I'm going to delete the existing one, and I'm going to map the document ID. It is the same document ID. I'll have to map the same, of course. Okay, I have mapped it. Clicking on this button, save and send test request. I'll have to wait for that, and waiting for the response has been received, and you can see that the permission has been changed from the public on the web, from private to public on the web. Okay, and if I'll show you the response of this particular step, you will see the link of the same document. Here you can see the document link under this response web view link, and I am going to update the same link here into my spreadsheet. Okay, so that is why if you want this link to be added into the spreadsheet, so I'll have to click on this plus icon once again, search for the Google Sheets because I want to add the link into the Google Sheets application only, and in the action event, since I want to update the value, update a single value in the cell only. Okay, so that is why I'll go with the update cell value. Okay, click on connect, click on add new connection. I'm sorry for that. I'll go with the existing connection. You will have to go with the add new connection. Clicking on save, and this is how my spreadsheet account will be also connected, and I'll select this particular spreadsheet, that is daily blog writing sheet for the food website. And you can see after the connection, all of the spreadsheets are started visible. Here I'm going to search for the same. Here is the daily blog writing sheet. It is asking to select the sheet 1. Well, I just have a single sheet only, so I'll go with the same, asking for the range, enter the range of the sheet that needs to be updated. Well, I want to update the value in this particular column, and here the column will remain same, but my row value will be changed. This time it will be 2, but other time it will be 3, 4, 5. So this is how it is going to change. So here I am going to manually add the column name, that is B, and I am going to map the row index, that is row 2. Okay, here we have the row index, and this is how this automation will take place. Again, you can read the instructions. Now finally it is asking for the value. Well, I just need to add the value, basically the link of my Google Docs, which I have received from the recent step, from the latest step, and here we have the link as response web view link, which I have mapped successfully. Finally clicking on this button, save and send test request, and you will see the magic that the link will be even updated automatically. So this is how now onwards, as soon as you're going to add the title here, the same on the same title, the recipe will be generated automatically with the help of OpenAI. The image will be merged automatically with the help of OpenAI. You can even add the recipe link here. Coming back to Pabbly Connect, and here I would like to tell you one more thing, that this automation is going to work in the real time. So as soon as the link will be updated here, the recipes will be shared automatically on this particular Facebook page, but I want to review it first, and then only I want this automation to execute. So what I can do is I can click on this plus icon, and here I can add a delay of 10 minutes, and in that 10 minutes I can review that particular content. Okay, so let me show you how you can apply the delay. And what is this delay? Delay is an amazing feature of Pabbly Connect, via which you can delay your workflows, your automation with anytime. Okay, so how much delay you want to put in workflow? So I want to delay for 10 minutes, so that is why I have added this particular value. Okay, delay for 10 minutes. Okay, clicking on this button, save and send test request, and you will see that the automation will be delayed for 10 minutes, and within these 10 minutes you can review this particular content, and you will see that after this 10 minutes the recipe will be shared automatically on Facebook. And just in case if you're not sure about your content, what you can do is go to your history section, and here you will find an option of stop the execution. Okay, currently it is not visible because the execution has not been done. But here exactly in the history section, you will find an option of stop the execution of this automation, and this is how you can stop the execution of the automation anytime. If you're not sure how you can do that, I will attach a separate video of that how you can delay this particular automation. Okay, so I'm going to refresh this automation once again because I have added a lot of step before this 9 steps, so it is important to refresh it. Okay, and this is how you can create this automation. This is how you can start generating the recipes for your website, for your food blogging website automatically, and this is how you can even share these recipes automatically on Facebook. Well, again, it is completely up to you whether you would like to add these steps, these Google Drive steps. If you really want to draft these steps into Google Docs, then only you will have to add these additional steps. Otherwise, you can skip these steps and you can even share the same directly. Okay, so this is how everything will be happen automatically. You just need to set up this automation inside Pabbly Connect once, and after that, as soon as you're going to add the title here, the automation will generate the recipes automatically, will share the recipes on Facebook automatically. In case you want to clone the whole setup into your account, I will attach this shareable link of my same workflow which I have created in front of you into my YouTube video description box. You just need to click on this particular link, and by clicking on this link, by signing up via this link, you can get this workflow, this automation cloned into your Pabbly Connect account, that too for free.